India is capable of producing COVID-19 vaccine for the entire world, said by Bill Gates. With more than 23 million cases and 8 lakh plus deaths globally, COVID-19 has been described as the first modern pandemic. Over 150 groups are working independently on developing a COVID-19 vaccine, with Russia claiming the first successful vaccine, the Sputnik V. Developing a vaccine is only the first part of the puzzle. Once the world has a vaccine, the next challenge will be to make it available to the global population at the earliest and competitive price point. According to CEPI study, globally companies can produce 2 to 4 billion COVID vaccine doses by the end of 2021, of which India will corner a majority share due to large existing production capacity. So today we are going to show you exactly where India is standing at the vaccines. So let's get started. Covaxin was one of the first approved vaccines developed and tested in India, one of the first for the country. There is still a long road ahead for the vaccine candidate to be approved for mass usage. Experts at the top level are hoping that Covaxin trials in phase 1 and phase 2 will take up to year and a half time or more. On the other hand, global contenders such as Moderna included Casasino Biologics, Oxford University are in their late phase 3 testing with promises of having a vaccine ready before 2020 if made possible. Till date, all the top vaccine prototypes have shown safe and promising results in the early phases of testing 1, which the vaccine goes. Basically, each vaccine has 3 phases. Phase 1, which consists of safety trials for very small number of people to check safety and dosages as well as confirm it stimulates into our immune system. In phase 2, scientists give vaccine to hundreds of people split into groups of elders, children, ladies to see how it acts differently in them. And the last phase 3 contains thousands of people getting dosages of vaccine, and this phase is important as it shows how do a vaccine really works. 30 different Indian companies are trying to produce a vaccine to fight the infection, out of which WHO has given approvals to 7 vaccine candidates, which are in different stages of their testing and clinical studies now. We are taking you through their status. Covaxin, developed by Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech International Limited, in collaboration with ICMR and NIV Pune. It was the first vaccine to get regulatory approvals for the clinical trial. The vaccine makes use of the inactive version of the virus to spike up the production of antibodies in the host body. Just recently, it initiated phase 1 and phase 2 testing. Over 385 people have been recruited so far, and top hospitals across the country have been selected for conducting their trials. The Indian Immunologists Limited, another prime vaccine maker based out of India, Indian Immunologicals Limited is overseeing the development of a vaccine in partnership with Griffith University, Australia. Preclinical trials and studies are still going for the same. Myavax, Bangalore-based medical pharma startup Myavax made a news months back when it announced work on COVID-19 vaccine which uses a very different approach involving a protein-based vaccine. The same has done in collaboration with Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. While scientists are still conducting preclinical trials, the company has applied for 15 crore grant for further research from the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council. AstraZeneca from Serum Institute of India. British Swedish pharma major AstraZeneca is currently involved in the development of much talk about adenovirus vector vaccine with the University of Oxford. The vaccine prototype is currently in phase 3 of testing. The company has tied up with Pune-based Serum Institute of India to mass produce the vaccine once the company gets required approvals and licensing from medical boards. AstraZeneca is also hopeful for starting human trials of its vaccine in India, which is starting in August. The vaccine, which has so far been found to be safe and effective, is expected to be made available for the masses by the end of 2020. Panacea Biotech. Delhi-based biotechnology company Panacea Biotech Limited has signed a partnership with US-based pharma company Rifana included to develop, manufacture and distribute an experimental COVID-19 vaccine which is currently in works. The agreement has also been signed with a firm in Ireland regarding the same. The vaccine prototype, which will make use of an inactivated form of virus strain, has shown effective results in the preclinical trials conducted in the US. Toxicology studies and animal trials will be conducted in labs across Delhi and Punjab, following which the company aims to proceed in human trials in month of October. The most recent entrant in the vaccine race is Biological E. Hyderabad based Biological E is working on developing a COVID 19 vaccine which is still in its pre-clinical levels, but further updates regarding the same are still yet to be concluded. Zydus Cadila. Ahmedabad based pharma giant Zydus Cadila announced the start of the phase 1 of testing process of novel coronavirus vaccine. Extensive research for the same was done in coordination with medical laboratories in USA and Europe for the same, whereas Chairman Pankaj Tripathi says it will be available up to March 2021 in India.